It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and the Philadelphia Eagles. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They start the drive with Cook. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, this defense for the Eagles, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Davis brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give to Cook out of the gun. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. This one is incomplete. Our game here, the Vikings and Eagles, the second of 2 on this Monday night. The Titans and Bills kicked off a little over an hour ago up in Buffalo. And this, our only Monday night doubleheader of the season, but the rumor is might have a few more for 2023. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
To throw on 3rd down. Strong. Flushed out right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They're going for it. Here's Madison. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Coach is always hard finding the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he...
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Vikings will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Trap 60.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Eagles 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. From the gun, it's Hurts. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, their last miss on 3rd down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a 4th down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to punt the ball away.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And incomplete on the deep ball. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. 1st down, here's the run with Cook. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 61 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz. Boy, you don't have to be a student of X's and O's to know that right there, that just was the perfect play call defensively.
You're exactly right, because what they did really well, disguised their intentions. They never thought that the corner would come on the blitz, but when he did, that QB was exposed and brought to the ground.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the middle with Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Cook will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
Cook trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. This Eagle defense, they won't give in without a fight. This is 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defense is
a battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, 38 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Joseph now to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They go play action with Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Hurts sets up to throw it. Out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts flush to his right. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Devontae Smith.
31 yards.
And the Eagles get a bit closer.
Elliott good with a PAT.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their fourth possession. Touchdowns on their first three possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Up the middle, it's Cook. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. And a tackle there by C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The offense on third down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Strong. That's a quick slant. He finds Adam Thielen. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They'll run with Cook. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. They try again with Cook. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dalvin Cook on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead. Joseph connects on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the... And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 30. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Sanders. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Hurts. On the move to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
They'll try and throw for it here. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And a short gain here down to the 22.
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Back to throw. Strong.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson.
A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are able to add on to their first half lead. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Hurts.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit.
This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown.
At the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half. Hurts fumbles it.
But I believe it was covered by an Eagle. It was, and Philadelphia is going to hold on to the football. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now.
And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career. And maybe more importantly, a first down. Looking to throw. Strong steps away. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Jalen Reagor in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the route is on here in this first half.
So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It's the Eagles ready to see the football first, and they trail here as we resume action in this third quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing you have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
Off the play fake. Here's Hurts.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team is struggling to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
Check 26, check 26.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Room here to run.
128 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They just look like they're having fun out there. Big lead. There's another big play on the big run. I mean, they can't be stopped.
I'm a little bit older than you, as you well know, partner, and you tend to tell me that all the time. But there used to be a big-time song, and the lyric was, "Summertime and the living is easy." Right now, it's football time, and the running is easy for this crew.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
That is caught by Thielen. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. Well, with that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
So, Charles, this game number 2 in the NFL career, this rookie quarterback, his guys took the loss in the opener. And when asked after that game by reporters how he did, he was pretty curt. He said, not well. What did you see?
Well, first and foremost, I loved his answer to the media because he was being honest. And those veterans in the locker room, they're looking at him to see how he's going to handle things, and they like the fact that he's not blaming other people, because I thought he struggled. The only thing that's going to help him, though, reps. No matter how many big games you played in college, how well you do in practice, the reps in the real games, that's when you begin to grow as a quarterback.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
Back to throw. Strong. And he just throws this one away. That was a bit strange, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
So after the loss of down, they'll come up here with a 2nd and goal. Cook following the penalty. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Dalvin Cook, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing is Hurts.
And my goodness, another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons.
And now here is another interception.
It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
159 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Vikings take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
His first career touchdown pass, and you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Hurts throw complete here to his receiver Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27. From the 27, Hurts. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Off the play fake. Strong. He'll buy some time right. And his throw is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jordan Davis in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And here's Ryan Wright now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And, Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Joseph connects on the extra point. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Joseph now to kick this one away.